Yo, what's going on, everybody? Singleback here, back in another video, and today I'm be showing you guys how to run the Singleback wing flex close formation. Now, I did go over a video on this formation a little bit earlier in the year, but some things have changed. I have found a couple of new setups and plays that I would like to show you, in addition to some new ways to run the run plays. Just an overall new thing. Earlier in the year there has been some patches as well, so that could change the way that some of these plays run, and I just wanted to give you sort of an updated ebook on the best way to run this formation. Now, starting off, you don't really have to make too many subs. I just recommend getting some good run blocking receivers and tight ends. I recommend getting like some big fast receivers, Terrell Owens, Amari Cooper. So those are some good ones, but I'm gonna go ahead and set my audibles now. I have stretch and dive already set up. And then I have 4 verticals, and then you can pretty much do whatever you want, whatever play you like the best. I'll just put smash here, but in addition to that, I'm also going to be going over this clown post as well as this drive corner. So we might be a little bit of a longer video. I do have a ton of different plays I want to go over, and one thing I'll mention is that this is in the Oakland Raiders offensive playbook. This formation is in a couple of other playbooks, but the Raiders has way better plays. It has tons of different plays, and a lot of the other ones don't even have stretch. So starting off though, I'm just gonna head into our stretch and go over the ways that you like to run that. I'm just gonna go against a random defense, but it's just gonna be a lot of unique ways. Now, the first way to run stretch, you can obviously come out here, run it stock, run it to the 2 tight end set. That's the way that it's set up, and you can have some success. You guys see I'm picking up like 10 yards before I even get contacted. Fortunately, we have Josh Jacobs. He's not the best in the open field. He doesn't even have his superstar abilities. So I recommend just putting at least a evasive or armbar on your running backs. Right now I'm using Jim Brown with the armbar, and he's just killing it for me. But you guys see I'm just running it to the 2 tight end set here. I don't even have the best tight ends. I'm just easily able to get that outside here. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple of different times there. I wouldn't have run it there, but I would have just flipped it. But just trying to show you guys the ways to run it. So again, here, just running that to the 2 tight end set. I'm able to cut it back inside and actually pick up a touchdown right here. So great way to run that play. All you have to do, a lot of times these plays are just going to come down to one-on-ones, and you can easily swerve it out if it's a user. If it's not, you can juke them, stiff arm them, a lot of things you can do. Moving on though, the next way you're going to run it to this right side is going to be to motion Zay Jones over to this right side. I like to snap him right there. I just have the best success there. As you guys see, we actually don't get the best blocks there, but a lot of times if they baseline press, you're going to want them to pick up that cornerback on the right side. Unfortunate that he's sort of shadowing right there, but you guys see, easily able to pick up perfect blocks right there, and we are off to the races here with Josh Jacobs. Just easily able to run that play. The block set up perfectly right there, and all I had to do was make one little cut. So one last time here on this 2 tight end set, running it to the right side. What you can do, you can motion them all the way over if you want. You can't sort of motion them in between though, as I sort of got bumped there, but you guys pretty much get the gist of running stretch. Very simple play. That's going to take us to our next way to run it though. It's just simply to flick your right stick to the left and run it to the receiver set. I actually prefer usually running it to this receiver set rather than the tight ends. I feel like the blocks just set up a little bit better for whatever reason, but it's pretty much just reading where the blockers are. If there's more people on that left side, you're just going to run it to the right. If there's more people on that right side, you're going to run it to the left. Just simply reading it. So you guys see, just flick the right stick to the left. In our case, I have my receivers to the left side and try to pick up some blocks. So you guys see, I am picking up some decent blockers, although the defense is doing a pretty good job. More times than not, you're going to try to get to the outside. You guys see, even though I'm not popping off these home runs every down, I'm still picking up a nice 5 yards of carry. So I'll just go ahead and show you guys a couple more times. You guys see, I could have even cut that in or out there. I'm still picking up a nice 10-yard gain, 10 yards or more almost every rip. And anyways, the next way you're going to run the stretch is just to motion over Waller or your inside tight end over to this left side. Now, I think I accidentally flicked my stick to the right, or I forgot to flick it to the left there, so that's my fault. But you're going to run it to the receiver side, obviously, if you're going to flick it. So we have that going. Just motion Waller over to this left side here, and I usually wait for him to set. You can sort of motion snap him, but for whatever reason that guy just came through unblocked. I'm not sure what that was. You might have to do some IDing, but once again, you're just gonna, you can motion the other tight end. I just like motioning Waller over because sometimes The other guy's going to get shadowed and it's just going to bring another defender over there. But here you guys see we get the blocks that we should get, that I usually get running that to the left side. So just a simple carry all around, but I'm not going to spend too much time on the stretch. I'm just going to head into our next play. I'll just go over the smash right here, just going to mix it up between the passes and runs. Now I have two main setups I like to run for this smash play. The first one being sort of a bench concept. So what I'm going to do is just block Y. I'm also going to put X on an out route, like I said, bench concept. And then what I like to do is put RB on like an in route, and then I'm just going to motion him out a couple of steps. You always want a little bit of motion to throw your defender off. You guys see I'm able to get B wide open, just pass that to the left, and we're actually able to break a tackle and take this for a touchdown. But even without, I was still picking up a big chunk of yards right there. So once again, that setup is going to be block Y, put X on an out route, and then put RB on an in route. You can keep him on that drag if you want, but I sort of like the slow developing route, especially since I already have somebody occupying the flats in that situation. Once again, Tyrell Williams is wide open. All I have to do is make a pass lead to the left side in this case and complete that pass. So this out route that Zay Jones is on does a great job of sort of occupying the flats, opening up that corner route. If the flats are wide open, you're going to take it, but you guys see he's pulling down that flat zone all the way, and I'm just able to hit Tyrell Williams on a possession catch on the sideline. Huge gain with that corner route, and just a simple way to run it. The other way that I kind of like to run it is just going to be to sort of man-beating way. I like to put X on a slant, something like this. Maybe put RB on a streak, just sort of clearing it out. We have A and X to beat the coverage. I usually motion him out a couple steps. You guys see he's sort of wide open in the middle of the field. I had the corner out wide open as well. So one last time, that setup is just going to be streak RB and slant X. You can motion him out, do whatever you want. In this case, you guys see I actually missed my read, but I was able to playmaker him up the field and pick up a easy gain of yardage. But I'll show you guys one last setup here out of the smash. Just going to be to streak X and block Y. Just a simple clear out route, and we still have our drag underneath if needed. Now he actually stopped there, so you might have to manually put him on a drag if you want him to come all the way across the field. I didn't realize that he was on a stopping route. So yeah, you're going to have to put him on a manual drag if you want him to do that drag assignment and not stop. Again here, just running the same concept, B wide open over the top, and I'm able to make a possession catch on the sideline. So that's going to do it for a smash. Going to take us to our next play, the halfback dive. Halfback dive, you can come out here, run it stock, and have a great amount of success. You're going to want to run it to your quarterback side. So what I mean by that is that Derek Carr is a righty quarterback. I'm going to want to run this run to this right side. So I just had to audible, but you guys see the run is on the right side. If I flip it like this, it's going to be a slow handoff. It's just a couple of milliseconds, later the handoff, and that can be the difference between someone shooting the gap and you being able to run past him and evade him. So you guys see I'm picking up some great yards out of the dive. I should have cut that to the left side. That was some bad stick work, but a lot of times with the dive I'm cutting it in and then I'm sort of cutting it out like this. You guys see right here, just simply able to outrun that safety. A lot of times the safeties take bad angles, especially if you're not using them, and it's just great to take advantage of them. You can come out here, just completely run it up the gut. You guys see him coming up untouched, but the good thing about this dive stretch combo is if they sort of pinch their line to stop the dive, you can just run the stretch to the outside and you will just completely kill them. If they are completely spreading their defense to stop the stretch, just run it up the gut and pick up some decent yards. So you guys see I'm just able to pick up big gains of yardage right there. That time I took a awful angle, but another way you can sort of run it is motioning Waller over here, and I actually wanted to make it look like I'm running the stretch. Waller's actually going to sort of cut back in and get a decent block. He got a little bit stuck on that lineman right there, but you guys see that he is going to do this, and it's also going to look like I'm running stretch. Going to throw off my opponent a little bit. It also opens up me to cut that back out to the left side and pick up a big gain. Josh Jacobs doesn't have the breakaway speed, but you guys see opening up these big lanes for me to cut it inside to out, and just overall picking up huge amount of yards running this dive. One last time, I'll show you guys a way that you can run it. Motion Zay Jones in, you can sort of snap him right there, and as you guys see, he sort of got that animation where he's going to go ahead and cut it up the field. He might be able to pick up a lead block, sort of like a fullback almost. Sometimes though he might run into you, which is annoying. That's a great way to run it. You motion him in, he doesn't get that sort of bubble screen animation, and he ends up picking a much needed block down the field. So just a simple little concept right there. Anyways, that's going to take us to our last play in this first set of audibles. It's going to be the 4 verticals now. 4 verticals is going to be a pretty simple concept now. I'll just show you guys against a couple of different defenses, but this is mainly going to be a cover 2 beater. Just the first way I like to run it is just, you can run it stock. What I do though is smart out B and smart out A. It makes those seams a little bit deeper down the field. They just get open a little bit more. You can come out here, dump it down to Y in the flats. He's on a pretty good route, and a lot of times there's a soft squat right there, just going all the way up the field. He's going to be wide open in the flats. Again, you can just smart route A, smart route B. If you don't know how to smart route, you just go onto the audible and press RB or R1 just to get him completely open. Once again, you guys see I got a terrible animation right there. It looks like I had a step, but even pass leading to the left, I just didn't get the animation. Here they're in quarters 3 deep. I'm just going to run the ball. Don't want to go against that defense, but I'm going to sort of head into our cover 2 beater right here. So just a regular Tampa 2, simple setup. What I'm going to do, all I have to do out of this is I'm just going to smart out B and smart out A, run the same exact concept. I'm not going to motion Zay Jones over, just going to snap the ball like this, and you guys will see the magic happening. I wait for Zay Jones to get to that spot, and I pass lead that to the left, down the field, and you guys see he is going to score a touchdown on that play. The cloud flat's going to follow him all the way down the field, but once he sees our route that Josh Jacobs is on, just sort of break to the flats, it is going to be a good game. You guys see I forgot to audible to the cover 2 there, but a lot of times you get a super fast running back right there. You should be able to beat a linebacker in coverage, maybe even a safety. Something else you can do to run this play is you can like put RB on a flat and then put A on a smart out route, something like this. And it can still beat cover 2. You just have to have those 2 routes on the left side. Remember not to motion them at all. And you guys see right when he gets to that sort of point, passing that to the left, you should have enough room to rat catch, especially if you're in the middle of the field or even on an outside hash. I usually like running this on the middle of the field, sort of a symmetrical formation, which I like running in the middle of the field sometimes. Once again, here you can come out here. It's not going to be every defense, but in this case we got hard flats, so he's just going to be completely open. That's going to be the easiest throw of my life. And another way to run this 4 verticals play is just going to be to motion out Zay Jones, sort of on that wheel route. He's going to get opened up a little bit, and it does open up the flats a little bit more. So you guys see I was able to pick up a nice gain with Josh Jacobs there, but I'll try to show you guys this cover 2 beater one last time, just coming out in Tampa 2 out of the base 3-4 odd and running it stock, snapping the football. You guys see right there. Just takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of reps to tell when you're supposed to throw that cover 2 beater, but I'll show you guys in the instant replay when I actually throw this ball, so I just got to wait for the play to end there. But just going to be a very simple concept. You guys should see right when, oh shoot, I'm not sure what's happening. Right when Zay Jones is going to get sort of right about here, right when they're sort of lined up at the exact same hash mark is when you're going to throw that ball. You guys see just pretty much right when that happens, I'm just throwing it passing to the left. And you could even wait for him to come down a little bit more. You guys see Kevin King is even that sort of small hesitation opens up Zay Jones to get to the sideline, and we take that for 6. So just a simple little concept, and that's going to go ahead and do it for our 4 verticals. I'm going to head into our last 2 plays, I think, of the video. It's going to be this drive corner, and I'm also going to go over clown post. I'll just head into our clown post setup first. Once again, coming out in a random defense. So for this play, it's pretty unique. You guys can tell from the play art. It looks very weird. We have 2 routes going to the same exact spot, and then we have this weird route with X. I'm just going to completely sort of focus around this route that our backup tight end, not sure how to pronounce his name, is on, but first things first, block Y. The extra protection out of Singleback is so necessary because the sheds just get a little bit wild sometimes. I'm going to smart out RB as well. We want him to get over the top of the zones, and he's sort of on a fast breaking route, which is why a fast tight end can come into play here. I'm also going to streak A, and then what I like to do is just put B on a drag, and then I'm going to put X on either a smart routed in route like this or a curl route, something like this, and then you can just go ahead and snap the ball right here, create a high-low read. You guys see RB is open on the sidelines. That's why you want a fast tight end, because you want to make that read before the drag gets to the sidelines, make life easier on yourself. Once again though, the setup, block Y, smart route RB, streak A, drag B, and then curl X, something like that. And once again, just snapping the ball right here. I'm able to pass that up the field, make a possession catch. I would have liked the corner to be a little bit deeper, but it's still going to be a fast breaking route, so it's not going to take too much time to develop right here. But one last time, the setup: smart out RB, streak A, block Y, drag B, and then curl X, something like this. Nothing's open, you can always hit X. As I was looking at X to hit him, but I was still able to dump that down late. I would have hit him earlier though if I was just looking on that side. Once again, they're in quarters 3 deep. Just going to give that ball to Josh Jacobs. That's going to take us to our last play of the video. I'll try to go over this play pretty quickly, but it's pretty much very similar to the other concept. I'm going to block Y. I'm also going to put RB on a regular streak. He's on that wacky wheel route, and you want RB to be in front of A so he can act as a clear out. I'm just going to motion him out a couple of steps as well, like so. You guys see X is wide open. I'm just going to dump it down to Zay Jones, take my flats. You get a good receiver right there that can make somebody miss, and you'll be able to pick up a big gain of yardage. One last time here, streak RB, block Y, simple little concept. You can motion him out a couple of steps right there. You guys see a lot of times that zone's going to get pushed down a lot, and you'll take your drag route. I had that deep in route as well. Now I'll see if I can get RB open here. Running our setup. I don't have to motion RB out if I don't want to as well. B is wide open here. I threw that late, but against that match coverage, he should get wide open, just completely destroy. One last time here, running our setup, and we'll see if we can get A open, see if we can get somebody else open. Finally, we get A open, just over the top. Passly, that's the right, simple little catch and run. Big gain actually with that deep corner route. But that's going to go ahead and do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for some more Fire Madden 20 content in the future, and also drop a follow on Twitter. I will keep updates on there. Peace. I'm out of here.